Let's jump right in. Today, we're setting the stage for a truly surprising story in this explainer. Now, we usually tackle all sorts of complex topics here, but sometimes the absolute best, most profound lessons come wrapped up in the simplest packages. This whole thing is about a stubborn little fish who looked at the world around him and decided, against all odds, that he wanted to do the impossible. It's a really fun look at curiosity, having massive dreams, and ultimately figuring out exactly where we truly belong. So, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a fish walking on land? Just take a second and try to picture it. No? Yeah, me neither. I mean, it sounds completely ridiculous, right? But think about it. What if a fish really, really wanted to walk? What if they literally just wouldn't take no for an answer? That is exactly the silly, wonderful premise we're going to be exploring today. Okay, so meet Fanu. He lived in this beautiful, sparkling river filled with cool, clear water. But here's the thing about Fanu. He was definitely not your average fish. He was small, he was incredibly bright, and above all else, the guy was just deeply, deeply curious. While all the other fish were totally content just blowing bubbles and swimming around in circles, Fanu was always looking around, always asking why. He just loved trying new things and trying to figure out how the whole world worked outside of his little watery home. And it was actually that exact curiosity that led to a totally life-changing moment. One sunny day, Finu swims right up to the very edge of the riverbank, pops his little head out, and sees some things that just completely blow his mind. He spots a monkey jumping effortlessly from branch to branch. He sees a dog running swiftly across the grass. And he even sees a giant elephant walking slowly, powerfully along the dirt. To a tiny fish who had literally only ever known swimming, this was pure magic. Suddenly, Finu is looking at this massive contrast. On one side, you have the world he's always known, right? Fish staying in the water, relying purely on fins and tails to get around. But then on the other side, there's this brand new world, land animals jumping, running, and walking around on solid ground. Finu watched them so closely, just absolutely mesmerized by the whole thing. And he lets out this dreamy little whisper to himself. He says, "Wow, they can walk. I wish I could walk too." And honestly, once that idea entered his mind, it was stuck there for good. So what do you do when you have a big, crazy, exciting new idea? Well, you tell your friends, obviously. Finu swims straight back to his school of fish and proudly announces, "I want to walk on land." But man, their reaction was instant. The other fish just burst out laughing. "Fish don't walk," they giggled. "You are funny, Finu. Stay in the water where you belong." But Finu, he was super stubborn. He just shook his little fins and decided right then and there was no way he was giving up. The very next day, he put his master plan into action. Step 1, he jumps out of the water with a massive plop. Step 2, he tries to actually stand up on the muddy bank, but slip. Down he goes. Step 3, he tries using his tail to propel himself, just going flop, flop, flop around in the mud. And he tried this again and again. Actually, the monkey and the dog from the day before even wandered over to watch. The monkey's laughing, asking what on earth he's doing, and the dog is barking that he looks completely silly. But Finu just tunes them out and keeps trying, even as he fails over and over again. But then, things took a really sudden, pretty scary turn. One day, Finu pushed himself just a little too hard. He takes this huge leap, jumps completely out of the water, and lands way up on the dry bank. And suddenly, all the fun just stopped. Because without the water, he couldn't breathe properly. His little body felt dry, it felt heavy, and he became incredibly weak very, very fast. Gasping for air, he cries out, "Help, I can't breathe." Finu was in some real danger here. Thankfully, that is not where this story ends. Just as Finu was literally running out of hope, this wise old turtle comes slowly walking by. And seeing the little fish in so much trouble, the turtle doesn't waste a single second. He gently but firmly nudges Finu all the way back down that muddy bank and pushes him safely right back into the cool, rushing water of the river. Finu takes a massive, deep breath. He was finally safe. Once things calm down, the turtle smiles kindly at the little fish. He asks Finu what in the world he was trying to do up there on the dry dirt. And Finu, sounding pretty sad, explains that he just wanted to walk. Just like all the other animals. The wise turtle looks at him and gently says, "Everyone is special, in their own way." He speaks super softly, just making sure the quiet, relieved little fish was really soaking in the wisdom he was sharing. The turtle then breaks down the beautiful order of nature for him. He explains to his new friend that fish, well, they're made for the water. Birds are made for the sky, and animals are made for the land. It's a really simple concept, but if you think about it, it's pretty profound. We all have specific environments where our unique designs and talents are just naturally meant to thrive. And in that exact moment, it finally clicked for Finu. He understood. He realized his true strength wasn't out there on the dirt, struggling to take a single awkward step. His real strength was right here, in the sparkling river. The water wasn't a limitation holding him back. It was his domain. It's where he belonged. So with this sudden burst of clarity, Fino happily decided right then and there that he was officially done trying to walk. Instead, Finu completely shifts his focus and sets some brand new goals for himself. First up, he started practicing swimming faster than he ever had before, finally using those fins for what they were actually built to do. Second, he started helping out the other small fish in the river, becoming a genuinely great friend. And finally, he decided he was going to become the absolute best swimmer in the entire river. And guess what? He actually did it. All those friends who used to laugh at his walking attempts, they were now cheering him on, completely blown away by his incredible speed and grace in the water. So, what is the big takeaway for us from this explainer today? Well, there are a few core lessons. First, you absolutely do not have to be like everyone else to be amazing. Second, you are special exactly the way you are built right now. And third, your job in life isn't to copy someone else's talents. It's to find your own unique strength and really believe in yourself. Think about it. Fino was never, ever going to be a good walker. But the second he embraced who he truly was, he became an unbelievable swimmer. Which brings us right to our final question to wrap things up. What makes you special? Because just like Finu, you have something incredibly unique that you excel at, something that makes you perfectly you. So don't waste your energy trying to walk on land if you were born to swim in the river, right? Find your water, embrace your unique strengths, and go out there and thrive.